Welcome to the Sleepy Globe channel. Tonight, let your mind drift across the quiet islands of Japan. As you settle in, breathe slowly and imagine a soft evening breeze carrying the scents of cherry blossoms, warm tea, and distant ocean waves. This journey is meant to soothe you, ease your thoughts, and help you slip into a deeper calm. Japan is full of gentle traditions, peaceful landscapes, and quiet wonders that feel almost dreamlike when explored at night. So close your eyes, listen softly, and let these relaxing facts guide you into a restful state as we wander through Japan's serene beauty. Japan is a place where ancient temples sit quietly beside modern cities, and one of the most peaceful things about the country is how nature blends into daily life. In many small towns, you can hear the sound of wind chimes hanging outside wooden houses, gently ringing with each passing breeze. This simple sound is believed to bring calm during the warm summer months. It creates a soft rhythm that feels almost like a lullaby. As people walk by, they don't rush, they simply move in harmony with the environment. This slow and mindful pace can make even busy days feel peaceful. Across Japan, there are stunning bamboo forests that sway softly in the wind, and walking through them feels like stepping into a quiet world far away from everyday life. The tall green stalks stretch up toward the sky, letting only thin streaks of sunlight pass through. When the wind blows, the bamboo moves in a soothing wave, creating a calming whisper that many visitors describe as healing. People often stroll slowly along these paths to clear their minds. The natural sounds encourage deep breathing and relaxation, helping stress fade with every step through these gentle green tunnels. Japan is known for its deep respect for seasonal beauty, and one of the most relaxing traditions is watching cherry blossoms bloom. Every spring, these delicate pink flowers cover parks, temples, and riversides with soft pastel colour. People gather quietly under the trees to enjoy the moment, a practice called hanami. There's no rush, no noise, just the soft falling petals drifting like light snow. This short-lived bloom reminds people to slow down and cherish the present. Sitting beneath a cherry blossom tree, listening to the leaves move gently, creates a peaceful atmosphere that makes time feel slower. One of the most calming experiences in Japan is soaking in an onsen, a natural hot spring surrounded by mountains, forests, or calm rivers. The warm, mineral-rich water relaxes the body, and the steam rising into the cool air feels comforting and serene. Many onsens are outdoors, so visitors can listen to flowing water, distant bird calls, and gentle breezes as they rest. People often say they leave feeling lighter and calmer. The warm water eases tension, and the quiet setting helps the mind settle. It's a moment where everything slows down, offering deep relaxation and a sense of peaceful renewal. Japan's countryside is filled with small villages where time seems to move more slowly. In these places, wooden houses line narrow paths, and the smell of freshly cooked rice drifts through the air. Farmers work calmly in the fields, and the sound of cicadas fills the warm afternoons. There's no hurry, no stress, just simple routines that have existed for generations. Many travellers say that spending time in these villages feels like stepping into a softer, quieter world. The peaceful pace, gentle landscapes, and warm hospitality create a comforting environment where the mind can rest and everyday worries gently fade. In Japan, tea is more than a drink. It's a calming ritual that encourages patience and stillness. The traditional tea ceremony, called chado, focuses on slow, careful movements. The sound of water being poured, the soft whisking of matcha, and the quiet atmosphere all work together to soothe the senses. Every step is deliberate, helping guests focus on the present moment. The tea is warm and earthy, promoting comfort and relaxation. Participating in or even watching this ceremony can help calm the mind. It's an intimate, thoughtful experience that encourages deep breathing and leaves people feeling peaceful and centered. Japan has many garden styles designed specifically to create a sense of calm. Zen gardens, with their carefully raked gravel patterns and well-placed stones, are made to represent flowing water, mountains, and natural scenes. The simplicity allows the mind to rest. People often sit beside these gardens and watch the shadows shift as the sun moves. The silence, combined with the clean, minimal design, encourages reflection. The gentle flow of thought mirrors the smooth lines in the sand. These gardens are intentionally peaceful, offering a quiet place for meditation and mental clarity, where distractions fade away with each passing moment. Japan's forests are known for forest bathing, or shinrin-yoku, which means spending time in nature to restore calm and improve well-being. People walk slowly beneath tall trees, breathing in the fresh, wood-scented air. Research in Japan has shown that this simple activity lowers stress and helps the body relax. The sunlight filtering through leaves, the sound of crunching footsteps, and the smell of moss create an environment that quiets the mind. Forest bathing encourages slowing down, letting go of tension, and reconnecting with nature. It's a gentle reminder that peaceful moments can be found simply by walking in the woods. Nighttime in Japan can be surprisingly quiet, even in urban areas. In many neighborhoods, people speak softly, and the streets become still as the evening settles in. You may see warm lantern light glowing outside small shops and traditional inns. The soft light creates a cozy atmosphere that feels safe and comforting. Some areas near rivers or canals reflect these warm lights on the water, creating a peaceful shimmer. Walking through these calm streets at night feels soothing, almost like moving through a dream. The gentle silence of Japanese nights helps the mind unwind and the body relax. Japan has a deep connection to the ocean, and many coastal towns offer peaceful views of waves rolling in slowly across the sand. Early mornings by the sea are especially calming. Fishermen prepare their boats quietly, seabirds glide over the water, and the gentle rhythm of the waves creates a natural lullaby. The salty breeze and soft sound of water help clear the mind. Watching the sun rise above the horizon adds a warm glow to the scene, filling everything with soft light. These quiet coastal moments show how deeply Japan values harmony with nature, offering a soothing escape from busy life. In Japan, many people enjoy quiet mornings by visiting small Shinto shrines, hidden between trees or tucked into hillside paths. These shrines often have bright red gates called torii, and walking through them feels like entering a peaceful world. The air is still, and the scent of cedarwood lingers around the buildings. Soft bells hang near the entrance, and visitors ring them gently as a sign of respect. The sounds are never loud, only a gentle chime that blends into the calm surroundings. Spending even a few minutes here encourages slow breathing, relaxed thoughts, and a soothing sense of clarity. There is a long tradition in Japan of writing poetry inspired by nature, especially haiku. These poems use only a few simple lines, focusing on small details like drifting snow, falling leaves, or the distant call of a bird. Reading or listening to haiku can feel like watching a tiny moment in time, captured with quiet precision. The simplicity invites the mind to slow down, letting each image settle gently in the imagination. Many people find these short poems comforting because they remind us of the beauty in ordinary moments and encourage peaceful reflection without any rush or pressure. Japan has many lakes surrounded by mountains, and one of the most calming experiences is sitting beside the water at dawn. The surface becomes perfectly still, reflecting the sky like a mirror. Small ripples appear only when fish swim close, or the wind lightly brushes the surface. The cool morning air feels fresh, and the scent of pine trees adds to the tranquility. Locals sometimes sit on wooden benches or smooth rocks, simply observing the quiet scenery. Without noise or distraction, the mind naturally settles. The calmness of the lake creates a gentle pause in the day, offering peaceful moments of rest. In many traditional Japanese inns, known as ryokan, the rooms are designed to create comfort through simplicity. Soft tatami mats cover the floor, and sliding paper doors allow natural light to filter in softly. Futons are laid out gently at night, giving the room a cozy and uncluttered feeling. The quiet atmosphere makes it easy to unwind. Some ryokans overlook gardens or forests, allowing guests to fall asleep to the sound of rustling leaves or distant streams. This style of living encourages calmness by reducing distractions and creating open, breathable spaces where the mind can slow down naturally. Japan's mountain regions are dotted with peaceful walking trails that wind through cedar and cypress forests. These paths often stay cool even during warm months, thanks to the shade from tall trees. The air carries the scent of earth and leaves, and the sound of birdsong echoes gently between branches. People walk these trails slowly, not to reach a destination quickly, but to enjoy the journey itself. Each step on the soft ground brings a deeper sense of relaxation. The quiet stillness, combined with the natural symmetry of the trees, creates a comforting environment that helps stress melt away. The gentle sound of Japanese rain, often called ame-oto, is loved by many for its calming effect. Rainfall in Japan can be soft, steady, and soothing, tapping lightly on tiled roofs and sliding down wooden eaves. During these moments, people often sit indoors with warm tea, watching droplets gather on windows. The peaceful rhythm of the rain creates a comforting background that quiets the mind. In small towns, the sound mixes with chirping frogs and flowing gutters, forming a natural lullaby. This simple experience can make even busy days feel quieter, helping thoughts drift into a more relaxed and sleepy state. In the old capital of Kyoto, quiet stone pathways lead through historic districts, where traditional wooden houses line the streets. Many of these paths are softly lit in the evening by lanterns that cast warm golden light. The glow reflects off the worn stone steps, creating a scene that feels timeless and serene. Walking here at night is gentle and unhurried. The streets are usually quiet, and the air carries a faint scent of cedarwood and old tea houses. This calm atmosphere makes people feel as if they're walking through a peaceful memory. It's soothing, nostalgic, and ideal for relaxation. Japan's highland meadows bloom with colourful flowers during spring and summer, creating soft landscapes where pink, purple, and yellow petals stretch into the distance. These fields are often surrounded by mountains that fade into a quiet blue haze. Visitors wander slowly through the paths, listening to bees drift from flower to flower. The peaceful scenery encourages stillness and gentle breathing. The soft fragrance of blossoms fills the air, and the gentle sway of petals in the breeze creates a dreamy atmosphere. These calming meadows remind people to pause, enjoy beauty, and let their thoughts move without tension or urgency. Many Japanese fishermen practice a peaceful tradition called armor diving, where they dive without heavy equipment to collect shells and pearls. Before each dive, they sit near the shore, breathing deeply while listening to the waves. The ocean provides a sense of rhythm that helps them relax and focus. After resurfacing, they emit a soft whistling sound as a natural way of regulating their breathing, a sound that has become iconic in coastal towns. Watching this routine is calming. The connection between humans and the sea shows a slow, respectful way of life that feels quiet and grounding. Japan's snowy regions become silent and beautiful during winter. Thick snow blankets, rooftops, forests, and fields, muffling every sound. People often walk along quiet paths where their footsteps create a soft crunch in the snow. Hot springs steam gently in the cold air, and snowflakes fall slowly around them, creating a dreamlike scene. Villages glow warmly at night from lanterns and fireplaces, giving the landscape a peaceful charm. The stillness of winter makes everything feel slower and more delicate. This quiet season encourages reflection and calm, offering a soothing environment where the mind can settle into restful silence. In Japan's northern regions, there are peaceful lavender fields that stretch across gentle rolling hills. During early summer, the air becomes filled with a soft floral scent that moves lightly with the breeze. People often stroll slowly through these fields, letting the calming purple waves settle their thoughts. The sound of bees humming between blossoms adds a quiet rhythm to the atmosphere. As the sun sets, the lavender glows under the warm light, creating a tranquil landscape that feels almost like a painting. Visitors often sit on wooden benches, breathing slowly, feeling the stillness, and letting the moment ease their minds. There are small seaside shrines in Japan that sit right beside the ocean, where waves gently reach the shore. These sacred sites are often surrounded by tall pine trees that sway softly in coastal winds. Visitors walk across smooth stone paths, listening to the calming sound of water meeting land. Sometimes you can hear distant seabirds flying across the sky, adding to the peaceful scene. The salty air feels refreshing, and the soft atmosphere encourages reflection. These shrines blend nature and spirituality in a way that makes people feel grounded, relaxed, and connected to the slow movement of the sea. Japan's old tea houses often sit beside peaceful ponds filled with koi fish that glide quietly beneath the water's surface. Their slow, gentle movements are soothing to watch, as if they are floating through calm dreams. Visitors sit on wooden platforms, enjoying the soft sound of water trickling from small bamboo fountains. This steady rhythm creates a peaceful backdrop that helps the mind unwind. The reflection of trees and sky on the pond adds to the sense of stillness. Spending time here feels like escaping into a small world of gentle water, smooth ripples, and simple, natural beauty. In the countryside, early mornings often begin with mist rising slowly from rice fields. The pale fog creates a soft, dreamy landscape where everything feels quieter and gentler. Farmers move calmly through the fields, their footsteps almost soundless against the damp earth. Birds call softly from nearby trees, and the cool air carries a light, earthy scent. This peaceful routine has been part of Japanese life for centuries. Watching the mist lift and reveal the green fields beneath it brings a sense of renewal. The calmness of these mornings helps people breathe more deeply and feel connected to nature's slow rhythm. Japan's traditional festivals include moments of quiet beauty that contrast with the lively celebrations. Paper lanterns often line streets, glowing softly as evening falls. They sway gently in the breeze, casting warm light across wooden houses and stone pathways. People walk slowly beneath them, their steps light and unhurried. The lanterns create a magical atmosphere, making the night feel safe and comforting. Some lanterns float on rivers or lakes, drifting silently across the water as small points of light. Watching these glowing orbs move with the current can be incredibly soothing, encouraging calm thoughts and soft emotions. Japan has mountain temples reached by long stairways that pass through forests where sunlight filters between ancient trees. Climbing these steps is often a quiet, meditative experience. Each step brings a deeper sense of stillness as the sound of the city fades behind you. At the top, the temple grounds are usually peaceful, with stone statues, soft moss, and gentle breezes. Visitors often sit in silence, listening to the faint ringing of temple bells carried by the wind. These moments high in the mountains help people feel balanced, relaxed, and quietly refreshed. Many Japanese villages keep the old tradition of wooden water wheels turning slowly beside rivers. The steady rotation creates a soft splashing sound that blends with the flowing water. Locals say this rhythm helps calm the mind, like a natural meditation. The wheels move at an unhurried pace, powered only by the gentle pull of the stream. Watching them turn is peaceful, reminding people of a time when life moved more slowly. The combination of wooden creaks, soft splashes, and the scent of river air creates a comforting atmosphere that encourages relaxation. Japan's Nara Park is home to friendly deer that wander freely through open lawns, quiet forests, and temple grounds. These animals move gracefully and calmly, sometimes bowing gently to visitors, a behaviour many find adorable and soothing. The park is peaceful, with wide open spaces and soft sunlight filtering through tall trees. People often sit on grass or benches watching the deer move slowly around them. The gentle interactions and natural beauty of the place help ease anxiety and create moments of quiet happiness. Being near such gentle creatures helps people feel grounded and relaxed. In remote mountain towns, you'll find natural streams flowing along stone-lined channels that run beside old houses. The water is clear and cool, making a soothing sound as it gently moves over rocks. Residents sometimes place small wooden cups or ladles along the edges, allowing travellers to scoop fresh water. The simple act of listening to the stream is calming, like hearing a distant lullaby. This continuous flow has a grounding effect, helping stress drift away. The combination of cool air, clean water, and soft sound creates a quiet environment where the mind feels lighter. Japan's autumn season transforms forests and mountains into vibrant shades of red, orange, and gold. Many people visit peaceful viewing spots to watch leaves fall slowly, drifting through the air before settling on soft moss or calm ponds. The crisp air carries a faint smell of wood and leaves, adding to the comforting atmosphere. Walking along these quiet trails feels meditative as the ground becomes gently covered with colourful foliage. The slow rhythm of falling leaves encourages a sense of reflection. This serene beauty helps people pause, breathe deeply, and slip into a relaxed, dreamlike state. In Japan's small island communities, the sound of gentle waves becomes part of everyday life. These islands often have quiet harbours where fishing boats rest calmly on still water. Early in the morning, the tide moves in slowly, creating soft ripples that glimmer under the sun. Locals walk along the docks without hurry, listening to the gentle splash of water against wood. Sea breeze carries the scent of salt and warm sand, soothing the senses. Many travellers describe these islands as places where time feels slower, encouraging deep breaths and peaceful thoughts that drift like the waves themselves. Japan has many old forests where moss carpets the ground like a soft green blanket. These moss gardens and woodland paths feel cool even in summer, and the rich, earthy scent adds to their calming effect. People stroll quietly, noticing how every stone, root, and fallen leaf seems touched by time. The softness underfoot helps the body relax, and the muted colours create a gentle atmosphere. In some places, small streams weave through the moss, making faint bubbling sounds. This combination of softness, stillness, and natural detail creates a soothing environment that helps thoughts settle into calm patterns. There are peaceful lakeside towns in Japan where mornings begin with the distant sound of a train passing through misty hills. The trains move slowly around the lake's edge, and their soft rumble feels comforting rather than loud. As the mist lifts, mountains appear gently in the background, reflected on the calm water. People sit at small cafes with warm drinks, watching the day unfold at a relaxed pace. The quiet movement of the train combined with the still lake creates a scene that feels both nostalgic and soothing. This gentle balance between motion and calm invites peaceful reflection. Japan's traditional calligraphy practice, known as shodo, is considered a calming art form. The quiet sound of the brush touching paper, the slow movement of each stroke, and the focus required all create a meditative atmosphere. Practitioners breathe deeply as they guide the ink across the surface, forming characters with care. The smell of ink and the softness of the paper enhance the experience. Even watching someone practice shodo can be relaxing, as the rhythm of the brush has a peaceful flow. It's an art that brings together stillness, intention, and gentle concentration, helping the mind rest. Along Japan's countryside roads, you'll often find small wooden bus stops with benches facing peaceful rice fields or distant mountains. These spots are surprisingly calming. People sit quietly, listening to insects hum in the background while waiting for the bus. The wide open view brings a sense of spaciousness, and the passing breeze cools the air. Even though these are simple everyday places, their quiet surroundings offer a moment of rest between activities. Many travellers enjoy stopping here just to pause, breathe, and enjoy the slow rhythm of rural life, where time feels gentle and unhurried. Japan's peaceful canals create soothing scenes, especially in older towns where willow trees bend over the water. Their long branches often touch the surface, creating small ripples that spread slowly outward. Boats glide quietly along the canals, their reflections moving softly beside them. The combination of still water, green leaves, and gentle sunlight creates a dreamlike view. Visitors walk along stone paths beside the canal, listening to the faint splash of oars and the rustle of willow branches. This harmony between nature and water encourages deep relaxation and helps thoughts drift into a calm, steady flow. Japan's coastline features towering cliffs where you can sit and listen to the powerful yet steady rhythm of the sea far below. The wind carries a cool freshness, and seabirds glide gracefully along the currents. Despite the dramatic scenery, there's a quiet strength in the way the waves move. People often stand or sit for long periods, simply watching the water rise and fall. The vast horizon brings a sense of space that helps worries feel smaller. The steady pulse of the ocean has a grounding effect, creating a peaceful moment where the mind can release tension. Many Japanese temples have large bronze bells that produce deep, soothing tones when rung. The sound travels slowly through the air, fading gently into the distance. This resonant hum is believed to cleanse the mind, helping people let go of stress and begin anew. Hearing the bell echo through a quiet valley or temple courtyard creates a calming stillness. The vibrations feel warm and steady, encouraging slow breathing. These bells are often rung to mark important moments or transitions, offering a peaceful reminder of presence and reflection. The deep sound brings comfort, like a slow, gentle exhale. Japan's quiet mountain lakes often freeze in winter, creating a smooth surface that reflects the sky and surrounding trees. When the wind stops, the area becomes completely still and the silence feels almost magical. Snow gathers softly on the edges of the lake, and the cold air feels crisp but refreshing. Some people sit on small benches along the water, wrapped in warm clothing, simply absorbing the peaceful atmosphere. The frozen lake, untouched and pure, creates a calming scene that feels far removed from the noise of daily life. It's a place where thoughts slow down and settle gently. In Japan's rural hot spring towns, streets are lined with small inns, steam curling from wooden bathhouses, and lanterns glowing softly in the night. Visitors walk slowly in comfortable cotton robes, enjoying the warm sidewalks heated by natural geothermal water. The air smells faintly of minerals, and the soft steam rising in the cool night creates a dreamy atmosphere. These quiet towns feel timeless, offering deep relaxation to anyone who arrives. The combination of warm baths, slow walks, and gentle lights makes these places feel like soothing sanctuaries where the body and mind can rest deeply. Japan has small countryside temples where stone statues sit quietly beneath old trees covered in soft moss. These statues often have gentle expressions that make the place feel welcoming and peaceful. Visitors walk slowly along narrow paths, hearing only the distant sound of birds or the soft movement of leaves in the breeze. Many people leave tiny offerings of flowers or coins, creating a simple connection to the moment. The quiet air and earthy scent of the forest make it easy to relax. Time feels slower here, and the calm surroundings encourage deep breathing and restful thoughts. There are quiet hilltop villages in Japan that overlook wide valleys filled with layered rice terraces. As the sun rises, light spreads slowly across the fields, giving them a soft golden glow. The terraces create a calming pattern that repeats across the landscape, and small waterways flow gently between them. The sound of water moving downhill adds a soothing rhythm to the morning. People often sit on wooden steps or grassy edges, watching the mist lift from the valleys. This peaceful view makes the world feel still, helping the mind drift into a relaxed and comfortable state. Japan has serene plum blossom gardens that bloom earlier than cherry blossoms, often filling the cold air with a gentle fragrance. The blossoms are shades of pink and white, and they appear when winter is not quite gone, creating a hopeful and delicate scene. Visitors walk along winding paths, enjoying the soft colours against the last traces of snow. The contrast between the chilly breeze and the warm scent of flowers creates a calming balance. These gardens feel like a quiet promise of spring, inviting people to slow down, reflect, and let their minds rest in the gentle beauty. Along Japan's rivers, herons and cranes stand patiently in shallow water, barely moving except for the slow tilt of their heads. Watching these elegant birds creates a sense of stillness, as if time pauses around them. The quiet flow of the river, combined with their graceful posture, forms a peaceful scene. Sometimes the birds take flight with wide, steady wings, rising gently above the water. Their calm presence encourages people to breathe more slowly and feel more centered. These riverside moments are simple but deeply relaxing, blending nature's quiet rhythm with the beauty of gentle movement. Japan's traditional wooden bridges, often curved and painted in warm colours, stretch over ponds and streams in old gardens. Walking across these bridges feels calming as the gentle arc gives a soft vantage point of the surrounding water. Koi fish glide beneath the surface, and the faint sound of water moving around stones adds to the peacefulness. The wood has a warm, natural scent that blends with nearby flowers and trees. Standing at the top of the bridge gives a moment of pause, where reflections shimmer on the water below. It feels like a gentle invitation to slow your thoughts. In rural Japan, you'll find long stretches of countryside roads lined with cherry trees that bloom in perfect harmony during spring. The petals fall slowly and silently, covering the road like a soft pink carpet. Drivers often move slowly, not wanting to disturb the peaceful scenery. Some people walk beneath the blossoms, letting the petals drift around them like a warm, gentle snowfall. The moment feels delicate, almost dreamlike, encouraging a quiet sense of wonder. These roads remind people to appreciate simple beauty, inviting calmness with each step or slow drive through this serene, blooming tunnel. Japan's mountain inns often have reading rooms with large windows that look out over forests or valleys. These rooms are furnished simply, usually with wooden shelves, soft lighting, and comfortable chairs. Guests sit quietly with a book or a cup of tea, while the view outside adds a natural calm to the atmosphere. The gentle sound of wind brushing against the windows creates a soothing background. Sometimes distant bird calls echo from the trees, enhancing the peaceful setting. Spending time in these reading rooms feels like a warm retreat where the mind can drift and settle into a relaxed rhythm. Japan's clear rivers, especially in mountain regions, have water so transparent that stones and fish can be seen with perfect clarity. The water moves gently over smooth rocks, producing a soft, continuous sound that feels naturally calming. Many people sit along the banks, dipping their feet in the cool water while listening to its quiet flow. Sunlight sparkles on the surface, creating shifting patterns that are soothing to watch. The purity of the river, combined with the slow rhythm of moving water, creates a relaxing environment that helps the mind unwind and release stress. Japan's coastal sunsets are breathtakingly calm, especially in small fishing towns, where the evening light reflects off rows of boats resting in the harbour. The sky fades from soft orange to deep purple, and the water mirrors these changing colours. locals often gather near the shore just to watch the sun go down, enjoying the peaceful moment. The air cools gently, carrying the smell of the sea. Waves move slowly against the rocks, creating a steady, comforting sound. As the day ends, the entire scene feels soothing and complete, offering a gentle transition into the quiet of night. Japan's ancient cedar trees, found in sacred forests, rise tall and straight toward the sky. Some of these trees are hundreds or even thousands of years old, and standing among them brings a feeling of deep calm. Their trunks have thick, textured bark, and the air around them feels cool and pure. Visitors often walk the paths between these towering trees, listening to the subtle sound of wind weaving through the branches high above. The longevity and strength of the cedars create a grounding presence, helping people feel steadier and more peaceful as they move slowly through the forest. Japan has peaceful wooden walkways known as engawa that run along the edges of traditional homes. These narrow platforms sit just above the ground and overlook quiet gardens or small courtyards. People often sit here with a warm drink, listening to the soft sounds of the outside world. The wood beneath them feels smooth and warm, and the gentle breeze passing through the open space brings a sense of calm. Watching shadows move slowly across the garden helps the mind settle. This simple space, neither fully inside nor fully outside, encourages relaxation and quiet connection with nature. There are tiny mountain shrines in Japan that can only be reached by narrow paths lined with tall grasses and wildflowers. The walk to these shrines is often peaceful, with soft sunlight breaking through the leaves overhead. When visitors arrive, they find a small wooden structure surrounded by stillness. The air feels cool and pure, and the distant sound of birds adds to the calm atmosphere. People usually pause here, closing their eyes for a moment of quiet. The seclusion of these shrines makes them feel like little pockets of serenity hidden away from the busy world. Japan's traditional inns sometimes offer private baths that overlook gardens filled with stones, trees, and flowing water. These small open-air spaces create a peaceful retreat where guests soak quietly, listening to the gentle splash of water moving through bamboo spouts. The warm steam rises slowly into the cool night air, and lanterns give the garden a soft glow. The combination of warm water, natural scents, and quiet surroundings makes the body feel lighter. Many people say these moments are among the most relaxing experiences in Japan, allowing worry to fade away like mist in the morning sun. In the old town areas of Japan, narrow alleys are lined with wooden houses and glowing paper signs. At night, the atmosphere becomes soft and almost dreamlike. Footsteps echo lightly on the stone paths, and the scent of grilled food drifts gently through the air. People walk quietly, enjoying the warm lights and peaceful charm of the old streets. The glow from lanterns reflects off the wooden walls, giving everything a gentle warmth. These alleys feel calm despite their history and age, offering a simple and comforting environment that invites slow wandering and a relaxed mind. Japan's lakeside hot springs often sit at the base of sloping hills, where mist rises gently from the surface of the water. Early in the morning, the lake looks like a large mirror, disturbed only by the soft movement of the hot spring surface. Visitors wrap themselves in comfortable robes and walk along wooden paths that lead to open-air baths. The warm water and cool morning air create a soothing balance, easing both body and mind. The stillness of the lake and the soft light of dawn make the entire experience feel peaceful and deeply grounding. Some Japanese farms grow fields of sunflowers that stretch far across the land in late summer. The flowers turn toward the sun, creating bright and cheerful scenery that feels warm and inviting. Visitors walk slowly along the paths between tall blossoms, listening to the soft hum of insects moving from petal to petal. The gentle sway of the sunflowers in the breeze has a calming rhythm, and the bright yellow petals bring a sense of comfort. These fields feel open and spacious, giving people a moment to breathe deeply and relax under the wide sky. Japan's traditional villages often have small streams running beside homes, carrying clear, cool water from the mountains. Locals place small bamboo pipes in these streams to let water flow gently into stone basins, creating a soft, continuous sound. The water sparkles in the sunlight as it moves, and moss grows in bright green patches along the stones. People find this sound comforting because it is steady and natural, like a gentle heartbeat. Walking through these villages feels refreshing, and the presence of flowing water brings a sense of calm and simplicity that soothes the mind. During autumn evenings in Japan's countryside, you can hear the gentle call of insects like crickets and bell crickets filling the air. Their soft, rhythmic sounds blend beautifully with the cool night breeze. Many people enjoy sitting on porches or under trees, listening to this natural music. It creates a peaceful backdrop that feels almost like a lullaby. The stillness of the night combined with these delicate sounds encourages slow breathing and helps the mind settle. This connection to nature's quiet rhythms has been appreciated in Japanese culture for centuries, offering comfort and a sense of harmony. Japan's coastal ponds often have wooden walkways that extend over calm, shallow waters. These walkways allow visitors to stand close to nature without disturbing the gentle environment. The water is often so clear that fish, plants and stones can be seen. Beneath the surface, sunlight creates shimmering patterns on the water, and the sound of gentle waves brushing against the posts creates a soothing rhythm. Standing here feels peaceful, as if the whole world has slowed down. The wide open view and the faint smell of sea air make these ponds a perfect place for quiet reflection and rest. In winter, some Japanese forests become covered in soft blankets of snow that silence every sound. Tree branches bend gently under the weight of fresh snowfall, and the air feels crisp and clean. Footsteps create muted crunches, breaking the silence in a soothing rhythm. The world seems to glow softly as light reflects off the snow. People walk slowly through these forests, feeling the quiet settle around them like a comforting blanket. The stillness allows thoughts to drift peacefully, making the snowy landscape feel like a calm, untouched sanctuary where the mind can fully relax. Japan's quiet riverside footpaths offer peaceful walks, where the sound of flowing water guides each step. These paths often stretch beside long stone embankments covered with soft moss. People stroll slowly, watching ducks glide across the surface or small fish swim in shallow pools. The gentle rhythm of the water moving over smooth rocks creates a calming background. Cherry trees or willows often line these paths, and their branches sway lightly in the breeze. Walking here feels refreshing and quiet, as if the world has paused for a moment. The peaceful surroundings help thoughts drift and settle more softly. Japan's traditional mountain houses often have irori, which are sunken hearths built into the floor where families gather for warmth. The gentle crackling of firewood and the soft glow of the flames create a cozy, comforting atmosphere. People sit around the hearth sipping warm tea, sharing stories, or simply enjoying the quiet warmth. The scent of burning wood fills the air, adding to the sense of relaxation. These hearths have been part of rural homes for centuries, offering a simple and soothing way to unwind. Sitting beside an irori feels like stepping into a slow, peaceful rhythm of life. In Japan's bamboo groves, the soft clacking of bamboo stalks touching each other in the wind creates a naturally soothing sound. When the breeze passes through, the tall stalks sway gently, producing a quiet, musical rhythm that echoes softly through the forest. Sunlight filters down in shifting patterns, creating a soft glow on the forest floor. Visitors walk slowly along narrow paths, listening to the bamboo whisper around them. The unique sound feels calming and almost meditative, helping people relax deeply. The atmosphere feels untouched and harmonious, making it a perfect place to breathe slowly and unwind. Japan's lakeside pavilions, built on wooden stilts over calm water, offer serene places to rest and enjoy the view. These open structures allow cool breezes to pass through, carrying the scent of fresh water and surrounding trees. People often sit quietly on the wooden floor, watching gentle ripples expand across the lake. The stillness of the scene, combined with distant bird calls, creates a peaceful atmosphere. These pavilions feel like floating spaces suspended between sky and water, offering a simple escape from busy life. Moments spent here encourage reflection, calmness, and a deep and uninterrupted sense of peace. Some of Japan's countryside tea farms are located on rolling hills, where rows of bright green tea bushes stretch evenly across the landscape. Walking through these fields is soothing because the soft curves of the hills create a feeling of balance. Workers move calmly along the narrow paths, gently picking fresh leaves with practiced hands. The scent of tea plants fills the air with a refreshing, earthy aroma. The quiet environment, combined with the rhythmic motion of harvesting, creates a peaceful atmosphere. Visitors often stand at the hilltops, letting the view and the silence wash over them like a gentle breeze. Japan's summer nights often glow with the soft flicker of fireflies dancing above rivers and grassy fields. Their lights blink in slow, gentle patterns that look like tiny stars moving through the dark. People gather quietly to watch this natural display, allowing the moment to calm their breathing and soothe their minds. The night air feels warm and still, carrying the faint scent of plants and river water. The fireflies' delicate glow creates a dreamy, almost magical scene that encourages relaxation. This tradition of watching fireflies has been cherished for generations as a peaceful way to connect with nature. Japan's mountain valleys sometimes fill with morning fog that moves slowly between trees and rooftops. The mist creates a soft, muted world where everything looks calm and slightly blurred. The quietness is comforting, as if the valley is wrapped in a soft blanket. Residents walk gently along stone paths, their footsteps barely heard. The cool air feels refreshing, and each breath brings clarity. As the sun rises, the fog lifts gradually, revealing shades of green and brown beneath it. Watching this slow transformation brings a sense of peace, as if time itself is stretching and encouraging you to relax. Japan's traditional paper lanterns create soft pools of warm light during evening festivals. Even though festivals can be lively, there are always quiet corners where lanterns sway gently and cast calming shadows on the ground. Their warm glow has a comforting presence, making people slow their pace as they pass by. The lanterns often have delicate patterns painted on them, and their soft light enhances the peaceful feeling of the night. Watching them flicker in the breeze brings a sense of ease, inviting the mind to rest. These lantern-lit spots feel like gentle havens of warmth and calmness. Japan's coastline includes hidden coves, where waves roll in gently against smooth rocks and sandy shores. These secluded areas are often quiet, with only the sound of water washing back and forth. The salt in the air feels refreshing, and the cool breeze moves softly across the skin. People sit on the shore watching seabirds glide low over the water. The steady rhythm of the waves encourages deeper breathing and helps the mind settle into a relaxed state. These coves feel like private sanctuaries where the ocean's calm presence brings peace and comfort. Japan's countryside cafes sometimes open early in the morning, offering warm drinks and peaceful views of fields or distant mountains. The gentle sound of soft music or quiet conversation mixes with the smell of fresh pastries and roasted tea leaves. Sunlight enters through large windows, casting warm patterns on wooden tables. Visitors sip slowly, enjoying the tranquility of the moment. These cafes create a sense of safety and calm, as if time has paused. They provide a warm, quiet space where people can breathe easily, relax their shoulders, and begin the day with a sense of ease. Japan's mountain railways offer slow, peaceful rides through valleys filled with forests, rivers, and small villages. The trains move gently along the tracks, and the soft rumble beneath the feet feels comforting rather than loud. Large windows frame scenes of flowing streams, distant waterfalls, and hills covered in mist. Passengers often sit quietly, watching nature unfold like a calm, moving painting. The steady rhythm of the train, combined with the serene landscape outside, has a relaxing effect. Many people find these rides soothing because they create a sense of drifting, as if the world is carrying them into quiet rest. Japan's wooden temples often feature long corridors that echo softly as visitors walk along them. The wood is smooth and polished from centuries of footsteps. Gentle breezes pass through the open spaces, carrying the scent of old cedar and incense. Light filtered through paper screens casts warm patterns along the floor. Walking slowly through these halls feels like entering a world where sound itself becomes gentle. The quiet atmosphere encourages people to slow their breathing and clear their thoughts. These corridors offer a comforting sense of stillness, making them perfect for peaceful reflection. Japan's countryside is dotted with small ponds covered in lotus flowers during summer. The large pink and white petals open with the morning sun, revealing bright yellow centers. Dragonflies hover above the water, and frogs sit quietly among the broad leaves. The still surface reflects the sky, creating a peaceful mirror-like view. The lotus is seen as a symbol of purity, rising beautifully from the water. Sitting by these ponds feels soothing, as the gentle colours and slow movements of nature create a soft, relaxing atmosphere. The entire scene encourages calm, quiet thoughts. In Japan's northern regions, the sound of distant temple bells echoes across snowy fields during winter mornings. The deep tones travel slowly through the cold air, creating a peaceful contrast to the silence of the landscape. Snow-covered rooftops and trees seem to absorb all harsh sounds, making everything feel soft and muted. People walk gently along snowy paths, their breath forming small clouds in the crisp air. The ringing bell feels like a warm moment in the cold, encouraging calm reflection. This serene winter scene helps the mind feel grounded and still. Japan's winding coastal roads lead to viewpoints where the ocean stretches endlessly into the horizon. These spots are often quiet, visited mostly by people seeking peaceful moments. The air smells of salt and seaweed, and the sound of waves rises steadily from below. As people stand or sit along the railing, they watch fishing boats move slowly across the water. The wide open view gives a sense of space and freedom. The gentle wind and soft sunlight help the mind feel light and clear. These viewpoints offer a soothing escape where time feels unhurried and peaceful. Japan's countryside shrines often sit beside towering camphor trees that are hundreds of years old. These trees have thick trunks and broad canopies that create cool shade even on warm days. The leaves rustle softly in the breeze, and the air feels fresh and clean beneath their branches. People often place their hands on the bark, feeling the steady strength of the tree. The quiet energy of these ancient giants brings comfort and calm. The shrine, tree, and natural surroundings blend together to create a peaceful space that encourages deep breathing and stillness. Japan's old post towns, once used by travellers along historic routes, still retain their slow, quiet atmosphere. Wooden buildings line the streets, and small streams run through stone channels beside the paths. Visitors walk along these roads at a gentle pace, taking in the nostalgic charm. The sound of their steps on the old stone feels rhythmic and calming. Sometimes a shopkeeper greets them softly, adding warmth to the peaceful setting. These towns create a sense of stepping back in time, where life moved slower and every moment felt more deliberate and restful. Japan's rice paddies create soothing landscapes as wind moves across the fields, making the green stalks sway in gentle waves. The movement resembles the slow rhythm of the sea, and the sound of leaves brushing together is incredibly calming. Farmers walk along narrow paths between the paddies, checking the water levels and tending to the plants. The mirrored water reflects the sky, adding a peaceful brightness to the view. The harmony between land, water, and wind creates a relaxing environment that encourages a light, open feeling in the mind. Japan's peaceful autumn forests have wooden benches placed along scenic paths, allowing visitors to sit quietly beneath golden and red leaves. The leaves fall slowly and gather on the ground, creating soft carpets that cushion footsteps. The crisp air feels refreshing, and the gentle sound of rustling branches adds to the tranquility. People often sit with a warm drink, simply watching the colours shift as sunlight moves through the trees. This calm setting encourages moments of simple joy and reflection, making the world feel softer and more comforting. Japan's gentle coastline includes sheltered tidal pools, where small fish and colourful shells can be seen beneath clear water. These shallow pools form naturally between rocks and are often visited by families in quiet seaside villages. The water moves softly with each small wave, creating a relaxing sound. Children and adults alike enjoy observing the tiny marine life as it moves peacefully in the calm water. The sunlight sparkles on the surface, making the scene feel warm and inviting. Spending time near these tidal pools brings a simple, soothing pleasure, helping the mind unwind. Japan's peaceful cherry blossom riversides create gentle scenes where soft pink petals float slowly along the water. When the trees are in full bloom, the branches bend slightly over the river, forming a quiet tunnel of colour. The water moves at a slow pace, carrying petals downstream like drifting confetti. People often sit on the grassy banks, listening to the faint splash of small waves brushing the shore. The soft fragrance in the air adds to the calmness. Watching the petals glide away has a soothing effect, helping the mind relax and drift into a gentle state of rest. Japan's quiet art villages are tucked into rural valleys, where pottery workshops and wooden studios line the streets. Artists work slowly, shaping clay or painting delicate designs while soft music plays in the background. The atmosphere feels relaxed and warm, with the scent of fresh wood and kiln-fired ceramics filling the air. Visitors wander from shop to shop at an unhurried pace, watching craftspeople move with calm, practiced motions. The entire village feels like a peaceful, creative retreat. Spending time here encourages gentle thoughts and a deep appreciation for careful, patient work. Some of Japan's mountain lakes are surrounded by tall reed grasses that rustle softly in the wind. The grasses move in wide sweeps, creating a calming sound that blends with the gentle lap of water along the shore. Small wooden docks stretch into the lake, offering quiet spots where people sit and watch distant clouds drift across the sky. The air is cool and refreshing, carrying the faint scent of pine. These lakes feel untouched and serene, making them perfect places to slow down, breathe deeply, and let tension fade away with the breeze. Japan's temple gardens often include small stone pagodas placed carefully among trees, moss, and flowing streams. These pagodas stand quietly, adding a sense of harmony and balance to the landscape. The sound of water trickling over rocks, combined with birds singing in the distance, creates a peaceful melody. People walk along winding paths, noticing how each stone and plant seems intentionally arranged to inspire calm. The garden feels like a living artwork designed to soothe the senses. Sitting on a nearby bench allows the mind to settle into the garden's slow, steady rhythm. Japan's seaside villages have narrow lanes that lead directly to the ocean, where fishing nets dry in the sun and wooden boats rest on the sand. The sound of gentle waves forms a calming background, and seagulls glide quietly above. The salty air feels clean and cool. Locals move slowly as they prepare their nets or check their boats, creating a peaceful rhythm to the day. Visitors often pause to take in the view, letting the soft movement of the ocean ease their thoughts. These small villages offer a comforting simplicity that feels grounding and peaceful. Japan's highland plateaus bloom with wildflowers in shades of soft pink, yellow, and white during the gentle warmth of spring. The open landscape stretches beneath a wide sky, allowing wind to move freely across the fields. People walk slowly along dirt paths, listening to the quiet buzz of bees and the distant call of birds. The clean mountain air brings a sense of clarity, while the soft colours of the flowers feel calming to the eyes. The peaceful beauty of the plateau creates a relaxing environment where thoughts flow more easily and the mind feels light. In Japan's traditional paper workshops, artisans make washi paper by hand using slow, rhythmic movements. The process involves dipping wooden frames into water filled with natural fibres, then lifting them carefully to create thin sheets. The gentle sound of water stirring and dripping fills the room with a calming rhythm. Sunlight streams through the windows, illuminating floating fibres in the air. Watching this craft feels peaceful, as each motion is deliberate and patient. The atmosphere carries a sense of quiet dedication, helping visitors feel centered and relaxed as they observe the creation of something simple and beautiful. Japan's coastal forests grow right up to the edge of the sea, creating a peaceful blend of trees and ocean. Tall pines and cedars line the cliffs, their needles whispering softly in the wind. Beneath them, waves roll in slow, steady patterns, creating a soothing mix of sounds. Walking along these trails gives a feeling of calm strength, as the trees and sea seem to support each other. The air smells fresh and salty, and the cool shade helps the body relax. These coastal forests offer a peaceful connection to both land and water, encouraging quiet reflection. Japan's quiet observation decks on mountaintops offer breathtaking views of valleys, lakes, and faraway towns. Reaching these viewpoints often involves peaceful tree-lined paths. Once at the top, the air feels crisp and clear, carrying a gentle breeze. People stand silently, taking in the wide vista that stretches endlessly in every direction. The sense of height and space creates a calming feeling, as if the mind has room to breathe. The soft colours of sunrise or sunset add warmth to the scene. These moments above the world feel serene, helping stress fade away. Japan's small island ferries move slowly across calm blue waters, carrying passengers from one peaceful shore to another. The steady hum of the engine and the gentle rocking of the boat create a soothing rhythm. People sit quietly on open decks, watching seagulls glide by and sunlight dance on the waves. The cool sea air feels refreshing, and the distant outline of mountains or islands adds a sense of quiet adventure. The slow pace of the ferry ride allows thoughts to drift freely, making the journey itself a calming and restful experience. Japan's late-night countryside roads become peaceful pathways lined with soft moonlight. The fields on either side shimmer gently as the wind moves across them, and the distant outline of mountains appears like quiet shadows against the sky. Occasionally, a small farmhouse glows with warm light, adding comfort to the dark landscape. The night air feels cool and clean, carrying subtle scents of grass and soil. People walking these roads move slowly, listening to the faint chirp of night insects. The stillness of the scene encourages calm breathing, and a sense of quiet safety that helps the mind settle. Japan's deep mountain temples often sit above cloud lines, where early mornings bring a sea of white mist stretching across the valleys. From the temple balconies, monks ring bells that echo softly through the clouds. The world below disappears, creating the feeling of floating in a calm dream. The cool air carries the scent of pine and incense. Visitors stand silently, watching the clouds shift like smooth waves. This peaceful height makes everything feel lighter, as if worries cannot climb this far. The quiet beauty encourages deep reflection and a warm sense of inner calm. Japan's quiet bookshops in small towns have wooden shelves filled with gently aged books. The faint smell of paper, ink, and old wood creates a comforting atmosphere. Soft instrumental music often plays in the background, and the warm lighting adds to the coziness. People browse slowly, running their fingers along the spines, picking up books with care. Some shops have small reading corners where visitors sit beside windows, watching the peaceful street outside. These bookshops feel like safe little hideaways where time moves softly, making them perfect for escaping into quiet thoughts. Japan's traditional gardens sometimes include stepping stone paths that cross shallow streams. These stones are placed with care, guiding visitors gently through the garden. As people step from stone to stone, they listen to the soft sound of water moving beneath them. Sunlight dances across the surface, creating shimmering reflections that feel calming to watch. The uneven rhythm of the steps encourages a slow pace, helping the body relax. These paths blend nature, water, and movement in a peaceful harmony that encourages mindfulness and a quiet appreciation for simple beauty. Japan's rural train stations often have small wooden benches overlooking open fields or distant hills. These stations are quiet, with only the faint sound of insects and wind filling the air. When a train arrives, it does so gently, with soft brakes and a peaceful hum. Passengers step off slowly, often smiling at familiar faces. Between trains, the stations become calm resting spots where travellers sit quietly, watching clouds drift overhead. The relaxed setting makes even waiting feel pleasant, offering a moment of stillness in the middle of a journey. Japan's mountain streams flow over smooth stones, creating clear pools that shimmer under sunlight. The water is cold and refreshing, and its gentle sound echoes softly through the forest. People often remove their shoes and dip their feet into the cool water, feeling the stress flow away. Small fish dart between the stones, adding life to the peaceful scene. Moss grows thickly along the stream's edge, giving the place a soft green glow. This natural quiet creates an ideal space for rest and reflection, helping the mind ease into a peaceful rhythm. Japan's temples sometimes include quiet meditation rooms with tatami floors and soft natural light. These rooms are simple, often empty except for cushions arranged neatly in a circle. The air feels still, and the outside sounds fade into faint whispers. People sit comfortably, focusing on their breath as their thoughts slow. The softness of the room, combined with the warm scent of tatami, creates an environment that supports calmness. Even a few minutes spent here can bring clarity, helping visitors feel grounded and refreshed. Japan's quiet fishing lakes reflect the sky like smooth glass early in the morning. Birds glide above the surface, and fishermen sit patiently along the edges, their lines barely moving. The stillness of the lake creates a sense of complete peace. Mist sometimes rises gently from the water, softening the landscape even more. The air is cool and fresh, carrying faint scents of plants and earth. People often sit without speaking, simply absorbing the calm atmosphere. This quiet connection to nature helps the mind drift into a relaxed state. Japan's peaceful mountain cabins offer warm retreats during snowy winter nights. The soft crackle of the fireplace fills the room, and wooden beams glow under lantern light. Outside, snow falls silently, creating a world of white stillness. People wrap themselves in blankets and sip warm tea while watching the snow drift past the windows. The cabin feels like a safe shelter against the cold, offering deep comfort. The combination of warmth, quiet, and gentle firelight encourages a restful, dreamy state. Japan's spring rivers brighten with fields of pale yellow rapeseed flowers blooming along the banks. These blossoms sway slowly in the breeze, creating soft waves of colour that stretch across the landscape. The river reflects the gentle yellow tones, and bees move calmly from flower to flower. People walk along the paths, enjoying the light fragrance in the air. The bright but soothing scenery lifts the mood, creating a peaceful sense of balance. Standing beside these blooming fields helps the mind relax, making the world feel gentle and warm.